Dear student, how are you? I am also fine. Thank you very much. Sit down. Dear student, now I am going to take a class on English second paper. Dear student, I discussed in the previous class kinds of sentence. Assertive sentence. We have learned about the assertive sentence in the previous class. Now I want to discuss about the interrogative sentence. Dear student, class 6, subject English second paper, kinds of sentence. Today's topic is interrogative sentence. Dear student, I shall discuss about the interrogative sentence today. So, whereas we have to learn about the assertive sentence in the previous class. Now I want to discuss about the interrogative sentence. Dear student, if you want to know about the interrogative sentence, at first you have to know the definition of interrogative sentence. Have you understood? Dear student, entering into the discussion, I want to say something about the national anthem. Dear student, national anthem is a very important for us. We cannot confuse it. We should participate in it. Every teacher and student should participate in it. There is a great value of national anthem. National anthem is a part of education. Have you understood, dear student? Now I want to discuss about the drug addiction. Dear student, you all know drug addiction is a dangerous thing for nation. We want to develop our nation. We have to free from drug addiction. Have you understood? Dear student, drug addiction is a dangerous matter in our country, so we should free from the drug addiction. Have you understood? Dear student, now all over the world has been suffered by COVID-19, which is epidemic disease to us. A lot of people, a lot of persons on the world has been died already. Dear student, now I want to discuss about the interrogative sentence. Listen to me attentively. Dear student, interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence is one of the sentences. Interrogative sentence is one of the kinds of sentences. Dear student, If you want to know about the interrogative sentence in details, at first you have to know about the definition of interrogative sentence. Dear student, what is interrogative sentence? At first you have to know what is interrogative sentence. Dear student, an interrogative sentence is a sentence which asks question. Have you understood? Repeat. Dear student, what is interrogative sentence? An interrogative sentence is a sentence which asks questions. Dear student, have you understood? Dear student, in a word, we can say about the definition of interrogative sentence. Dear student, to do question about something is called interrogative sentence. Dear student, we also say to ask question about anything is called interrogative sentence. Dear student, have you understood? Dear student, to know something by doing question to anybody is called interrogative sentence. Dear student, now we learn about the definition of interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence, an interrogative sentence is a sentence which asks question. Dear student, I want to give some examples. So look at the blackboard. Dear student, interrogative sentence. Number 1, where are you going? Number 2, dear student, where are you going? It is an interrogative sentence. Dear student, what do you want? What do you want? Number 3, have you eaten rice? Number 4, what do you want to say? Dear student, I have written 4 sentences here. I have written 4 sentences here. Number 1, where are you going? Number 2, what do you want? Number 3, have you eaten rice? Number 4, what do you want to say? Dear student, these are interrogative sentences. Dear student, you have to remember that if you want to find out interrogative sentence, at first you have to identify auxiliary verb and interrogation mark. Have you understood? Dear student, at first, dear student, if you want to identify the interrogative sentence, if you want to know the interrogative sentence in English, at first you have to find out auxiliary verb and interrogation mark. Dear student, you all know auxiliary verb remains at the beginning of the sentence. Have you understood? And interrogation mark remains at the end of the sentence. Have you understood? If auxiliary verb remains at the beginning of the sentence and interrogation mark remains at the end of the sentence, we can say an interrogative sentence. Have you understood? Dear student, here number 3, have you eaten rice? Have here auxiliary verb and have remains at the beginning of the sentence and interrogation mark remains at the end of the sentence. So it's an interrogative sentence. Dear student, interrogative sentence begins with WH or. Interrogative sentence can begin with WH or. What, when, how, where, etc. Dear student, where are you going? Here, where WH or. And are here auxiliary verb. Interrogation mark, which is existed at the end of the sentence. So it's an interrogative sentence. Dear student, now I want to discuss about the classification of interrogative sentence. Look at the blackboard. Dear student, classification Dear student, now I want to discuss about the classification of interrogative sentence. Dear student, we have learned the definition of interrogative sentence. We can find out the interrogative sentence. There is no problem. Dear student, now I am to discuss about the classification of interrogative sentence. Dear student, you all know that all sentence is two kinds. Similarly, the interrogative sentence is two kinds. Number 1, affirmative interrogative. Number 2, negative interrogative. Dear student, look at the blackboard. Interrogative sentence is two kinds. Number 1, affirmative interrogative. negative interrogative, negative dear student, interrogative sentence is two kinds. Number one, affirmative interrogative. Number two, negative interrogative. Dear student, what is affirmative interrogative? You have to know about the definition of affirmative interrogative and negative interrogative. Dear student, affirmative interrogative sentence, if there is no negative words in this sentence, is called affirmative interrogative sentence. Have you understood? Dear student, what is affirmative interrogative sentence? If there is no negative words in which sentence is called affirmative interrogative sentence. Have you understood? Dear student, affirmative interrogative sentence such as have you eaten rice? Dear student, have you eaten rice? Dear student, it's an interrogative sentence. There is no doubt in it. Whereas auxiliary verbs is at the beginning of the sentence and interrogation mark is at the end of the sentence. So, we can say it's an interrogative sentence, but it's an affirmative interrogative sentence. Whereas there is no negative word, there is no negative words in this sentence. So, it's an affirmative interrogative sentence. There is number two, negative interrogative sentence. Dear student, number two, negative interrogative sentence. If there is negative words in this sentence, it's called negative interrogative sentence. Have you understood? Dear student, negative interrogative sentence. You have to know about the definition of negative interrogative sentence. What is negative interrogative sentence? There is negative words in this sentence. If there is negative words in this sentence, it's called negative interrogative sentence. If there is negative words, that's mean no, not, etc. If there is negative words in this sentence, is called negative interrogative sentence. Such as, dear student, I want to give an example. Look at the blackboard. Dear student, haven't you eaten rice? Haven't you eaten rice? Dear student, haven't. Here not is negative word. It is existed in this sentence. It exists in this sentence. So we can say it's a negative interrogative sentence, whereas not exist in it. Have you understood? Dear student, now I am to discuss about the structure of interrogative sentence. Dear student, now I am to discuss about the structures of interrogative sentence. Dear student, you must learn the structure of interrogative sentence. If you don't know the structure of any sentence, you cannot make a complete sentence. Have you understood? Dear student, if you want to make a complete sentence, it may be assertive, may be interrogative, may be imperative, may be operative, and may be exclamatory. You have to know, at first you have to know the structure of those sentences. Have you understood? Dear student, for these reasons, we have to know about the structure of interrogative sentence. Dear student, look at the blackboard. Number 1, just look at the blackboard. The structure of interrogative sentence. Auxiliary verb at first, then subject, then main verb, then extension, at last note of interrogation. Interrogation mark. Dear student, is he reading a book? Dear student, is he reading a book? It is an interrogative sentence. Here is auxiliary verb. He is subject. Read is main verb. And a book is object or extension, and at last interrogation mark. So it is an interrogative sentence. Dear student, another structure, W is out plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus extension, subject plus main verb plus extension plus interjection mark. Where are you going now? Dear student, where are you going now? It is an interrogative sentence. Here, where W is out, are auxiliary verb, you subject, going main verb, and another part of this sentence. At last, interrogation mark. So, it is an interrogative sentence. Dear student, I want to discuss about the one points which has been discussed in this class. Dear student, at first we have discussed about the definition of interrogative sentence, then the classification of interrogative sentence. After all, the structures of interrogative sentence. So, we have to practice more and more about this sentence according to the structure. Therefore, we can learn interrogative sentence. There is no suspicious in it. Have you understood? Dear student, here I am finishing, and thanks all. Thank you very much. See you again.